Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to talk to you about a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for October 2018, and it's for you coming from Leo. And so I'm going to shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards and talk to you about your job for the first 15 days of October. Let's see what the card says for you coming from Leo. It's certainly not a good card, and it says that your job is very insecure and you will be very hard put to try and get any promotions or more money, so don't even bother. And the insecurity of the job can go further as to show that you could lose your status, you could lose support from your bosses, and you might even lose your job. It's that bad. So be very careful in your job area. Now I'm going to pull a next card to talk to you about your business. For the first 15 days of October for you coming from Leo. Well, the business area is stable, it says, but trying to chase for new business, it says you don't have the third leg to stand on, which simply means you don't have that added strength to beat the competition. So rather than waste your time and money, for the first 15 days of November, consolidate, which means look after and improve what you have, rather than wanting to go into new adventures in business. They won't end up very well in the first 15 days of October. Now let's talk of your general finances. And it's very slow, this card. It says money going out, not money coming in. So you're not going to expect any good news from your bank manager or people who want to put money into you, no. So tell yourself to control and hold on to whatever funds you have, because if you put them out to work for you in a risky way, it'll all be gone. So don't be too daring. And your general financial areas. You have too many responsibilities. Money is going out left, right, center, up, down, inside, out. And so therefore I would rather, you are being pulled to all areas, demands for money. So I would say just hold on to your money and deal with the most important issues. Don't create more issues. Don't want to go around looking for new ways of income. Just carry on with what you have and consolidate would be good enough. I'm going to go to your area of romance for you coming from Leo. Alright, regarding your romance, it says very, very unexpectedly you can find a new romance. How about that? It put a smile on your face, but let me go further. It will say it comes loaded with problems, with difficulties, personality-wise, financial-wise. So now think twice of that wonderful person who is knocking at your door and says, let me in. Do you want to do that? I would say my interpretation would be, if you do, these first 15 days of October are going to turn not very helpful, but more on the gloomy side. So why don't you talk and find out from that person exactly why that person wants to enter your life and get the drift of it and then make up your mind. I would say be very cautious in the first 15 days where new romance is concerned. Let's talk of your ongoing romance. Also very touchy, and it ignites flames very fast. So the last thing you want to use is to use words which are terrifying, words which are angry, very provocative. Take the soft approach as much as you can, because your ongoing romance is just about waiting to just erupt as well. So it's a tough time for you in your ongoing romance. If you value it, you'll have to work very hard. If you don't want it, just kick it out of the door. You'll move away very fast. But if you value it, be careful. It's going to be an uphill task, but never mind. It's worthwhile if you value it. Climb that task slowly, day by day. It's only 15 days that I'm talking about, not 15 months. Regarding your marriage, well, there are three problems on this card. First one from Mercury, which means financial issues may be very troubling your marriage. Secondly, the ego, and so you don't want to show your ego and be proud and try to be talking down to anybody. And thirdly, it got to be something to do with the family members beyond the marriage, which could mean parents or could mean siblings or something like that. So I would say they could put burdens on you, this extended family people, and your marriage partner may not like that because you have to bear the responsibility, something complicated like that. So these are the three issues. And you have to be careful, otherwise your marriage situation becomes very weak in these first 15 days because of misunderstandings. Let's talk about the general family now. That means your siblings, brothers, sisters, parents, aunties, uncles. And it's not a good card. On the one hand, news coming in, on the other hand, news going out, and it's all troubled and jumbled about. And I see this black moon over here. I don't like that. Black moons are always moons of hidden issues and hidden problems. And that's the issue that's behind you, about to overcome you. So I would say in the area of general family areas, don't want to discuss your personal affairs with any extended family member. That's the best way to look at it. I'm now going to your last 15 days of October, and I'm going to talk to you firstly about your job again, to see for you coming from Leo how the situation is. Well, the only good news is that if you want to change a job, you can find a new job. That's the only good thing. But it says whether you are in your old job, whether you're in a new job, you just cannot get through with finding the cooperation with people. So you're going to have a very difficult last 15 days if you find a new job, or if you're already in a new job. So tell yourself you'll have to make a lot of effort to get your point through, and you got to do it gently. You can't go hammer and tongs at this situation. So go gently, and your job perhaps may improve in the last 15 days. Let's talk of your business now. It's a much better card than the first 15 days. It says, yes, the opportunities of business are there. Your determination level is good. The support for you is good. But the problem is that you can also suddenly find unexpected financial problems very soon. So if you get anything new in terms of business from the 15th of October to the end of October, the beginning is all right, but the ending is full of issues and full of trouble. Well, if you can get a new business to do, it means you are growing. Just be ready that you may run out of money, or you may have difficulties with the people who gave you the agency or anything like that. So the good news is you can get the new business. The bad news is it gets worse and worse as the days go by, putting a lot of financial stress on you. You coming from Leo. Now let me pull another card regarding your general financial situation. It's a card of Mars, and it's raining. And it says that your overdetermination is not good because you want to get things at any cost, at any risk. So your exposure to risk grows more and more and more in these last 15 days. Just because you wanted a business so much. I would rather you don't want that business, because why take on something which is a burden so quickly? So tell yourself any new business you have is going to put a burden on you. If you're stuck with it, well, just it's only 15 days, work hard at it. Try to plug the holes which is bleeding your finances. And maybe the following months may be better for you. Now let me go to your romance area. And for the last 15 days, you coming from Leo. Let's see what happens. The worst scenario is it can be broken. Let me go right there. And if you don't want it to be broken, you cannot be coming out blunt in speech or in anger or in provocation or in confrontation. You'll need to take the soft approach very, very much in this last 15 days where romance is concerned. You've got to stomach it. If you value the romance, you don't want to let that partner go, you've got to work very hard at it. And any new romance that you get, it may come with you in anger, or it may come with you from a person who is very hurt already. So you're going to have a fireball in your hands if you look for a new romance in the last 15 days. And your ongoing romance, as I said, you'll have to work very, very hard to keep it. If it's worthwhile, do that. It's only 15 days. Bend backwards, accommodate the person, and the time will pass. Now regarding your marriage, let's see what the card says. Well, there are three layers of this card. Firstly, the financial area is going to be very touchy, and problems are coming unexpectedly and suddenly. And they may be even including members of your extended family who need financial help. And that puts a lot of burden between you and your marriage person. It's going to cause some problems there. The second area is something of the past may also show up or show itself, and that alone also brings a problem. And the third one is the behavior patterns. Don't want to show temper, don't want to be rebellious, don't want to argue. And if you can not do all that, you will be able to handle your marriage area very, very well. It's an uphill battle now in the last 15 days, but you'll manage it from what I can see from the card. You just try your best. I've made it obvious to you. Regarding general family areas, well, the card says, number one, don't involve your parents in anything that deals with you. Simple as that. Or even your siblings, brothers, sisters, or even aunties, uncles. Oh, be careful of aunties, uncles. And they will produce a lot of difficulties for you. So keep everything between you and your lover, between you and your marriage partner, and try and figure it out, the solutions among that. Now I'm going to go to your lucky ages. There will be people of certain ages who will defy all odds of the month of October and produce a wonderful time in many areas of their life, whether it's the romance, the marriage, the family, whether it's the job, the business, the finances. So let's see what the cards say for you in lucky ages. This is a fire card, so my mind, for you coming from Leo, my mind goes straight to the ages which are, if you happen to be the ages of 18, or 27, or 36, or 45, or 54, or 63, or 72, or 81, you're going to be one very, very lucky person in any area of your life. So that doesn't mean go and do things to expose yourself to risk. It just means that you will be able to build a stability for yourself, whether job, the business, the finances, whether the romance, marriage, the family. So that's the good news for you. Remember these ages. And if you are not of these ages, don't panic. All you need to do is to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. And during this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years in all areas of your life in detail, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I'll give you a lot of information, your lucky lottery numbers, colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky directions, your lucky days. And with all that information, you'll be able to handle your next 7, 8, or 9 years very well. I'll talk to you a bit more about that later. Now let me talk to you about the lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. And there will be some lucky dates, which for you coming from Leo, going to give you the foundation and all that support. And let's see what's going to happen for you from Leo. Well, this is the card of Mars. You can see the planet Mars right here. And it's raining a bit. So Mars is getting wet. When Mars gets wet, it sends out vibrations of anger. So try to control your anger. But coming back to the dates, the dates I will choose would be the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th. 9th, 18th, and 27th. These are going to be jam-packed with a lot of good energy for you. Yes, it's raining, so also realize that little things can go wrong. But overall, I like the 9th, 18th, 27th, full of great energy for you, whether in the area of romance, marriage, family, whether in job, business, finances. So bookmark these dates and go out with people who can help you. Tap in their energy for all that wonderful energy you want to receive from people who are successful, and you will do extremely well. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. Let's see what the card says. Every different time there will be some colors. And why are colors very important? Because colors represent many things in our life. All planets are controlling different colors. And so when we wear the right color, we immediately attach ourselves to the right planet and become very lucky. And if we wear the bad color, well, it goes wrong. So let me see what are the colors which I can talk to you about. It's exactly the same card, the card of Mars. There you are. So it's got to be red. It's got to be red. Wear plenty of red in this last 15 days of October. You'll get the magnetism of the planet Mars, the determination level, the guts to do things, the ability and strength to move forward. And Mars can be very kind as well. So it'll also produce the kindness and how you want to look after the people you love. So wear plenty of red in the month of October, and every area of life you're going to do very well. And now I'm going to talk to you about your health very quickly and see the cards that I pulled. What could be the health going wrong for you coming from Leo? All right. Firstly, it talks of the curse, which is allergies. So you're going to have some forms of allergies. Is it to the skin? Is it to your nose, the nostrils? What do we call that? A sinusitis. Is it to your eyes? Is it to your stomach or your colon or your intestines? So some kind of allergy is going to bother you quite a lot in this month of October. And the other card which I might pull for you, it may have to do with your upper limbs, which means your shoulders, arms and your fingers. Is it from accidents or is it from the aches and the pains? Something there. So when you get that, you can either see a neurologist or an orthopedic if it's a bone issue. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'll be able to give you a lot of information. I'll be able to help you in the sense that in all areas of your life, based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms, I'll be able to direct you very nicely for your next 7, 8 or 9 years, whether in areas of health, whether in areas of job, business, finance, or the marriage or the family. And step by step, we'll get everything right, age by age, calendar year by calendar year for next 7, 8 or 9 years. I'll give you a lot of information about your personal lottery numbers, and those personal lottery numbers will be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And you can compare that with what I give for everybody under Leo every month. And your lucky colors, lucky directions, and your lucky gemstones, and your lucky days, plenty of information. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, leave me a message on email, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can, and let's have this session going so that you'll know your next 7 or 8 or 9 years, and all that for just USD 50. Until then, thank you and good luck.